Hello, all you Zabraks and Lasats. My name's Dakota Hayden, and this is my co-host and dad, Mark Hayden, and welcome to the Scruffy-Looking podcast, the show where we talk about all things related to that galaxy far, far away.
Who's Scruffy-Looking?
All right, so Dad, the first topic, we're just going to go right off the bat running because this literally, as of recording, this happened. It was released yesterday, I believe.
Yep.
The Maul Shadow Lord trailer. What do you think of that?
Curious. I like Darth Maul.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna have to say I'm a little bit like the Mandalorian Grogu trailer. I was like, okay, I want to watch this, but there wasn't anything in it that made me just really go, oh, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it kind of like
it wasn't bad. I want to watch it.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued by it.
Yes.
But I feel like this trailer and the trailer for Mandalorian Grogu, there's nothing to try to hook me.
Yeah, there's not like a main enticing draw.
Yeah.
Like you said, Maul's cool.
Yeah,
Like, that's great.
and
I'd love to see more of him.
And I want to, and honestly, I want to see his story get wrapped up because we know where it ends.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm assuming, is this just one season or 2 seasons? Do we know?
I'm not sure if we know.
Okay.
I'm not fully sure.
So I'm assuming the last episode is going to show him ending up on Malachor.
I would assume, because that's where we first meet him in Rebels.
Rebels. So I'm assuming that'll tie that in. So I want to see how we get with the Crimson Dawn and all that. So I'm hoping we see like Dryden Voss and Kira kind of tie into Solo a little bit.
Yeah.
But I have to admit, I want to see this. I want the story completed. But after they get done with this, can we please move into another timeline?
Yeah.
With the animated stuff. I mean, because let's think about it. So we're in this dark. We had Clone Wars. We had Rebels. We're in the dark times between Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope. Mm-hmm. We kind of got the Bad Batch's story. Kind of. I mean, there's. Yeah. I feel like you've told most of that. I mean, you could tie them in. I guess showing them like Omega fighting with the rebels and stuff, but you don't have to.
No,
we kind of got
good.
An ending to that.
Yeah.
Rex ends up fighting for in the rebellion and stuff. So I feel like all the things. Can you think of anything, characters or anything in the Clone Wars that are like big enough characters we need to know what their fate is? I feel like once you get Maul, I feel like he's the last big character. You kind of need to tie up his story, but I can't think of anything else. So I'm ready to
move to a different time.
The only other thing I would like to see in that time period, but I'd wait a while to do it, is like maybe see like Saw Gerrera and some of the early Rebel group. I mean, then you're falling back kind of into the Rebels things.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't mind seeing some more of their
development
story. But I don't feel like it needs to be like a full.
No.
Like if they do like a Tales of the Rebellion or something, and just a couple episodes, just kind of showing some more of them. But I'm ready to move into. Because we're at the point now we know what everybody's fate is and everything. Mm-hmm. So even though it's cool to see pieces of the puzzle filled in, there's kind of no, how where it's all going. So there's no like suspense or
no, I agree. I agree.
It's like if they get in a bad situation, you're like, well, I know he makes it out because he's here. Mm-hmm. But I'm ready to move. Yeah, I'm ready to move into another time period.
So, in that, what time period would you like them to see explore more?
Well, I guess it's kind of hard because they're still doing shows and films in this time period. Mm-hmm. But I'd really like to see a series that focuses on Han, Luke, and Leia post Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
And I know they kind of got probably tiptoe with that because if they don't know what their end game is. Since they're still making movies and TV shows and stuff in that time frame, you kind of got to make sure you have a plan so it doesn't contradict itself. But yeah, I feel like we need to go way in the past or like way in the future or something. I
would say
that
so.
Introduce us to some new characters, get us to fall in love with them, and there'll be the suspense because we don't know what their end game is.
I'd really like them to just go into. I know there's a group of fans out there that would love to see just more of like the old Republic stuff, like before all of this. We kind of got a glimpse of it in the Acolyte, but there's a lot of stuff we would have changed about that. But I'd like to see more of that era touched on and elaborated on, because that's a great era to use. Even with the Acolyte, we still showed Plagueis, so we know kind of where that's going.
And that's funny. I was just thinking that is one area if they wanted to do an animated show. And call it like the Rise of Palpatine or something like that, and it really only needs to be one season. And you could the Khmer. I really like that character. Like the Stranger, despite the rest of the show, I really like that character. To me, he was one of the most interesting of the new characters we've had, and I really wanted to see where his story goes. So as much as I'd like to see the actor again, at least let's fill in the blanks. If you've had to do an animated series and then Plagueis and Palpatine, kind of, you could show all that if they don't want to do, put them guys in live action again or whatever. But I would like to know the end of that story, you know.
Just to finish that off.
Just doesn't have to be real long or anything, but let's tie up that loose end and be done with it.
Yeah, then, so. No, I agree. Like even into the Old Republic era, I'd love to see like the great like Jedi and Sith wars and stuff like that. Because like if you need a grand conflict to tell stories around, kind of like how we've been hovering around, like the Galactic Civil War and then the Clone Wars and everything like that. Go back and do like the Jedi and Sith War, because then there's a plethora of like, conflict that we can get attached to and storytelling there that we don't know what's going to happen, because we kind of know from like legend lore if they want to touch on that, but there's still plenty of wiggle room to just tell their own original stories.
Yeah. And I think that was one of the mistakes of not having one of Luke and Leia's children survive or have them have more kids, because if you went like way into the future, and you could have a reveal, this person's a Skywalker, and you're like, well, how are we like those old Legacy comics that had like that Cade Skywalker? I really like those. I hope Filoni kind of pulls from some of the old EU stuff. But I liked that concept where there was like Imperial Knights where they served, the Empire, and there was like Jedi Knights and Imperial Knights and stuff like that. I thought that was a neat,
I thought that was cool
neat concept. So I really, really liked that, that story a lot. So I mean, you don't have to do exactly, but
just pull inspiration.
Inspiration from it would have been kind of clever. But how you do that now? But I mean, they can always do some future movie and be like, well, you didn't know that one time Luke had a wife for a while, and he put her off in hiding because he got So I mean, there's loopholes they can use to get around that. But yeah, so.
To full circle back around, excited for what the potential the Maul Shadow Lord series has in store, but again, wish there was a little bit more meat to that trailer, that teaser that we got. Just something to kind of hook in more. So definitely be curious to see how that
we get to see Mara for the quit.
So we'll see how
probably see how he gets killed and brought back to life or whatever. Then we got another Jedi on the run, and
well, wasn't there rumor that what was her name? The Dark Twi'lek. Well, actually Talon. Yeah. Are we to assume that because it seemed like he was trying to like convert?
That's what everybody's assuming, is this is them bringing her into Filoni bringing her into canon or whatever.
Okay.
So okay. Well, and if you read Lucas's versions of 7, 8, and 9 that he wrote, he had her in it.
Oh,
with Darth Maul. Right. Darth Maul was still around, and that was his apprentice and stuff. And from what I've read of bits and pieces of those scripts and stuff, it's like, man, what could have been?
So, we're going to have to touch up on that at some point. Which I'm definitely curious because the more we talk about, and then if you haven't seen the teaser trailer, definitely give it a watch. It just seems like there's a lot of action that's happening there, and then when we meet him in Malachor, that all's gone.
Yeah.
So like somewhere it's got to get snapped and like wiped out just like that.
Yeah.
Because like you see the stormtroopers in there. They're the same stormtroopers that we see at the beginning of Rebels.
Yeah, the TK
troopers. And it's like it seems like a lot of buildup is happening, but somewhere that has to get like shut down. So I almost wonder, are we gonna see Vader in it? Because like, is he gonna wipe all that stuff? And I know people have been calling they want to see a Maul versus Vader. So like, I don't
see. I'm in the minority. I don't want to see that.
I don't either,
because I don't see how you make it work. Because if Vader doesn't wipe the floor with him, to me, you make Vader look weak.
Yeah.
You can't have it end in a draw. I don't see the only thing I could kind of see it working if kind of how you touched on, if Vader comes in and he's the one that like destroys Maul's empire, and maybe they have a skirmish or something, and that's how Maul ends up stranded on Malachor. Maybe Vader thinks he's dead and he's not,
or he flees in the hiding or something like that.
But I mean, there's things I've seen Darth Maul fight Darth Vader. Yeah, that'd be cool to see, but I can't make it
with the power dynamic.
I don't know how you do it and make it.
But I mean, that kind of checks out because it's been a while since I've seen those episodes in Rebels. It isn't when we meet him in Malachor. He's kind of, I don't want to call him frail, but you know what I mean? He's older. He doesn't move nearly as fast as he used to. So maybe he gets pommeled and he runs into hiding, and then we find him in Rebels because I mean, he's using a cane, if I remember right, or he's got his lightsaber's like a walking stick and stuff like that. So maybe he gets badly injured in a fight if they put him together.
I haven't watched that in a while. Is he kind of faking some of that though too to make it seem? I feel like part of that he was kind of, that was part of his disguise, kind of, hiding how strong he was.
It very well could. I'd have to watch it again.
I like the episodes too, but it's been a while since I've seen them. So
but very curious.
Yeah. Starfighter, they had the news where like Tom Cruise had stopped by the set, and then they had him do the filming for a lightsaber battle in like a swamp or mud puddle or something.
Yeah, I heard something like that. Which I didn't think there was supposed to be like lightsabers and stuff in this movie.
Well, see, so this is supposedly supposed to be a standalone.
Yeah.
Wink, wink. In other words, we're going to bring in these characters, see how they go, and if everybody seems to like them, then there's going to be another movie.
Sure. Yeah.
But it is kind of weird because it takes 5 years after The Rise of Skywalker?
I think that's what they said. Yeah.
Where do these lightsaber wielders come from? And if it's just a one-off, then something's.
It seems a little fishy.
I think there's a little something. Well, to kind of go along with my shirt, there's something a little more than meets the eye going on here. So, so
I'd be curious for that. New projects, going along with new projects with Starfighter. Of course, the big one that we're seeing later this year, Mandalorian and Grogu. We have gotten nothing else besides that teaser trailer, and that to me and you, that sparks red flags.
Yeah, I'm concerned by that. I thought the trailer wasn't very compelling, like to pull you in, like we kind of touched on, and why are they so quiet about it?
Yeah,
I mean, surely, I can't believe there hasn't been another kind of trailer at all. I mean, are they going to save it for the Super Bowl? I mean, the Super Bowl is coming up, and
I guess
they do that, but.
Alright, so we're going to be introducing a new segment to the show called Scruffy Sidetrack. Because there's a lot of more things that, of course, Star Wars is the main attraction to the show.
There's been so many trailers come out, we're watching for tornadoes.
Yes, indeed. But as I'm sure a lot of you out there, there's other interests out there in the more, I guess you could say, nerdy realm. And Dad, you and we have a diversified portfolio and different franchises that we keep track of. One that definitely has been on the radar, and we're very interested to see how it goes, is the Masters of the Universe trailer that just got revealed also yesterday. So, yeah, what are your thoughts?
Okay, so I thought it was weird that Lucasfilm decided to drop the Maul trailer after they heard. I mean, they had to know that Masters of the Universe trailer was coming.
Yeah.
So I thought that's kind of weird they did it on the same day.
Yeah.
I'm excited for this Masters of the Universe.
I thought it looked fun.
I've always wanted in a Masters of the Universe movie. I always felt like I wanted it to be kind of, and I think I heard somebody that was working on a film at one time, hoping to get it made, kind of like a Lord of the Ring meets Star Wars kind of thing.
Yeah.
More like the 2000 cartoon than the 80s cartoon. But so I was concerned because I had heard it was going to kind of lean more into the 80s nostalgia, and that little teaser they put out was funny. But from what I saw of it, the parts on Earth there are some goofy parts. I don't mind a little fun and humor if the overall tone is a little more serious.
Yeah, I agree.
But so far I liked what I saw. I liked pretty much all the character designs, how the realistic interpretation.
Yeah, I thought they looked good.
I mean, I showed a picture to Misty of the action figure of Spike War, then showed her what he looked like in the trailer. I said, "See, you can't. This would look. It's a cool toy, but if you made it into copied that into the live action, would look very weird.
It would. Yeah.
So I like the." The only one I'm a little... I don't know about Roboto yet.
I need to go back and take a better look at him.
I think they're pulling kind of from the 2000, how he's kind of... He's the only... The rest of them, I felt like they were pretty faithful to their... realistic interpretation. But I thought he seemed... Unless the bigger suit is like a... Like maybe there's a more regular looking Roboto inside the bigger, or maybe he gets damaged or something. But overall, I mean, from what I saw, Trapjaw's always one of my favorites. From what I saw him, loved him. I never thought I'd see Mechanic in a. I mean, you just barely see him there off to the side, but his green. I mean, it was obvious it was him.
Yeah.
But I thought Beastman. I thought they all looked really good. So
I thought they did too. It's very, very exciting to see where they go with that story.
And it was fun seeing Fisto.
Just clobbering. Yeah.
The other thing, I kind of gotta get used to, and I don't think they look bad. I'm so used to He-Man characters being like Ultimate Warrior,
just huge,
but now they're more like a going down a wrestling tangent, but they're more like a ravishing Rick Rude, where they're defined, but they're kind of lean and
more of the lean jacked rather than the big burly,
kind of like a panther, more than the but I think they look good.
I thought they did too.
And I see where you'd have to do special effects to jack all them people up, or find a bunch of muscle men that were very good actors. But I think I'm excited for it. Now I could think of some characters. It was fun spotting all the different characters. There's some there's Buzz Off in it, there's Orko in it. And then I got to thinking, if this does really well and they do sequels to it, you want to save some of those guys
and hold them
for
back,
something to look forward to in future,
And like it's a movie, you can't develop on all these characters that fast in a movie. You can't just be like, oh, here's 20 new characters that you're just going to grab their name and go on.
And maybe at the end of this one, all the evil henchmen get captured. And that way, if it doesn't do well, it's like, okay, it ends, they're all captured.
Yeah.
Life goes on, everybody's happy. But if it does go on, it's like, these guys got captured, but here you got Merman, Webster, clawful whiplash, but they might be in it. They just might not show them.
Yeah.
But if there's some stinkor,
they can come by and break them out. Yeah.
Or you can just leave them in prison for that movie and then bring the other ones.
Yeah, I don't think I could handle a live action stinkor though. I don't know.
Oedipus, you got to have Oedipus. One character I am curious how they'll handle if they bring him in is Faker.
Oh,
are you going to make him blue? Or you know what I mean? It'll be interesting to see how they handle that. I thought Skeletor looked good.
I thought he looked good. How he's portrayed, like voice and inflection, I'm gonna be very curious.
Yeah, that's one thing. That's right. The look looks good, but how's the voice going to sound? Mm-hmm. And I don't mind a little humor with him. Mm-hmm. I don't want him to be an idiot.
Yeah.
You know, I want him to seem like a threat. Some fun in there. He can some of the funny remarks off to Beastman or whatever. Yeah. That's fine. That's part of it. But I don't want him to see. And from the fight scene, he looked like they were taking him serious. But I don't want him to be just like a chicken that just gets beat up. You know, just nothing. No.
I agree.
Make him seem like a threat.
Yeah.
And I feel like they did.
I think so. But definitely curious to see how that develops more. Yeah.
And Cringer.
I
love Cringer.
I thought it looked good.
Yeah. And I'll be all right. You got to save some surprises. Save his transformation, his Battle Cat armor. Mm-hmm. Save that for the movie. Let that be a surprise in the movie.
Yeah, so. I think that'd be good for that.
So, but yeah, even the Earth thing. At least they tie it back to the lore where. You know, his Prince Adam's bomb was from Earth originally, so she's trying to hide him. Yeah, she's familiar with, so that's fine. Of course, the '80s movie was on Earth the whole time. I mean I know there's like a little bit of a nostalgia for that movie. But that movie's awful. Yeah, no disrespect to the actors and stuff, but they only could do what they could do. But that movie's awful.
Yeah, we can leave the Earth parts be like a little homage to that.
Yeah.
And then move on from there.
And there's neat little Easter eggs on it. Of course, the guy that's doing this movie is the one that did Bumblebee.
Yeah.
So, he nailed the beginning of Bumblebee, those cyber... I liked Bumblebee overall anyway. Yeah. But to me, when we saw the scenes on Cybertron and stuff, he gets the franchise. Mm-hmm. He understands it. Yeah. So I'm hopeful with this too, because there's little Easter eggs like when Prince Adam was at that collectible store, which I thought was hilarious.
That was funny.
And the statue that was holding his power sword was the concept team Vicor.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
So see there, he's throwing little Easter eggs and stuff that the casual viewer won't know.
But long-term fans
it's like, oh hey, that's neat little things like that. Yeah. So. But so I'm looking forward to it. Should be fun. Yeah. So
cool.
So Aaron, one last thing. What'd you think of the transformation?
I thought it was pretty good. It had kind of a homage to like the old '80s kind of like transformation, but I thought it was fun. I liked it.
Yeah, I did too. Yeah. One last thing, part B. So the original '80s music, intro, dun 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 dun. I hope they modernize it.
Yes.
But I would like to hear that in there.
Yeah.
But you can, and I've seen on YouTube where people have like kind of modernized it a little bit, and I hope they do have little hints of that throughout the thing. I think
you can like sprinkle that in.
Yeah, I think that would be kind of cool. So
I would too.
Yeah.
Should be exciting.
Yeah. Okay, so talking about the Masters of the Universe trailer and everything. That comes out, maybe a couple weeks after Mandalorian and Grogu?
I think so, yeah.
How do you think that's going to affect the Mandalorian and Grogu? Because from what I've seen, there's a lot of excitement for this Masters of the Universe movie.
Yeah, and I haven't seen too much hype going for Mando and Grogu. It's
dead.
Yeah.
It's pretty dead.
Yeah.
And so that makes me wonder I want them both to be really good and successful.
Yeah.
That makes me kind of wonder for Star Wars, if Mandalorian Grogu comes out and struggles, and this Master of the Universe movie comes out and just shreds it at the box office, what's that going to mean for Star Wars?
Yeah.
Going forward. We touched on, I believe, before. I'm kind of worried this Mandalorian Grogu movie. They're banking too much on Grogu.
Yeah.
People going to see Grogu.
Yeah.
Me personally, and I think there's others. I'm kind of Grogu'd out.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And so I'm worried he's not going to be.
He's not going to be the draw.
He's not going to be the draw. No. Now, if they would have kept him away from the Mandalorian and kept him with Luke like they should have, for all season 3, he's with Luke. Your big catch for this movie can be, wait, are they getting back together?
Yeah.
And that would have been like, they're back. We got to see how they're coming back together.
Yeah.
You killed that by
100%.
So, and I think we mentioned before, the Mandalorian Grogu trailer seemed like a commercial for a TV show.
Yeah,
to me.
It did. And like that's kind of what we've been speculating that it is. It's like did they write too far ahead and say and have like a season 4 ready, but saw how season 3 did, and now they're like, scrap it, let's cram it all into a movie and just hope for the best.
And I hope it's fun. I hope if it's fun like Solo, I'll be tickled with it. I'm just. And the funny thing is, with the. They're going to merchandise Grogu like crazy.
Oh, absolutely.
Trying to have that be the draw. They got another problem, not in just the movies against each other. Let's think about this for a minute. You got all these little Grogus on the shelf trying to appeal to the kids. And then they look across the aisle at the Master of the Universe display, and you got Cringer. Especially, we saw a little Prince Adam. Is there going to be a little Cringer?
Oh, yeah.
And how is little Grogu going to compete? That'll be interesting.
Yeah,
if that happens, because I'm just trying to think the average kid. Cringer's a kitty cat.
Yeah,
you can relate to it. You can grid kid, and if you make him a cute little cuddly little kitten that talks, because you remember that Adam said where I come from, tigers talk and all that.
Yeah.
So Cringer must talk. So if you got a little green kitty cat that talks real cute, that's going to hurt. If they're banking on Grogu to make them a lot of money with toys and stuff.
I would agree with that. I would 100% agree with that. And even for he grows up to be this cool, awesome battle cat, you know what I mean? So I think that draw to it too.
And then it's like Grogu steals people's cookies.
Yeah, that's all he does.
And I'm not trying to, I feel bad, I'm not trying to bash Star Wars. I'm just concerned for it. I want it to be successful. I want it to be that powerhouse, and I hope Master of the Universe is too. And all the franchises from when I was a kid. It sounds like there's more maybe Transformers and G.I. Joe. I want them all to be good and success. I want to enjoy them.
Yeah, we enjoy these franchises. We want to see them succeed.
It's just I'm worried. I'm worried first because what if this doesn't do well? What's it mean for future projects? Filoni's in co-charge now. Yeah. So, but is he gonna have? What happens to his movie that he's supposed to be working?
Yeah, are they gonna scrap that? And be like, we can't. This isn't working.
Yeah. Then especially if Ahsoka season 2 struggles a little bit, then are we going to have all these characters with loose ends that aren't going to get their stories finished? Yeah, and that's kind of like how I feel like what they done with Boba Fett. Yep. Finish his story for me. I don't care if you put him in one of these movies or whatever. Finish the story.
Don't quit having all these loose ends.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess time will tell. But I don't know.
It'll be interesting to see how. Unless like this Mandalorian Grogu movie, maybe they have an ace up their sleeve. Maybe there's a scene with Luke. And then it's, well, we're not going to leak this out, but hey, at this point, here comes Luke or somebody in there. Or here comes Han and Chewie and the Falcon to help them. That'd be cool. And I know you shouldn't have cameos just for cameos and stuff like that. But for this being the first movie back, they need something that really just...
They need a heavy hitter.
Wow! Yeah,
they need to wail out of the gate.
Yeah, there's got to be something in it just really makes you go, wow.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree. I guess, yeah. I guess we'll see what they have up their sleeve. Hopefully it's not how we're predicting, and it's kind of be, fun but lackluster.
Yeah.
But they need something. They need something.
And they honestly need to put out another trailer with a little tease, a little morsel of something to make. I mean, I want to see it. I'm a Star fan. I want to see it, but there wasn't that. Oh wow, or oh my gosh, what is this moment? That I got to see this.
Yeah.
And so it's going to be interesting. It's going to be an interesting few months when those movies come out.
Yeah.
And stuff, so.
Yeah. Well, we touched on this just a little bit and what we were talking about, but we should go ahead and bring this to light because it's big Star Wars news. Dave Filoni, and I can't remember her name.
I forgot.
I feel bad. I'll put it up on the screen. Yeah. I feel bad. I can't remember her name.
I'm
but
horrible with names. I'm getting old. So yeah.
They are I guess what would you call that?
Co-leads
for Star Wars now, with Kathleen Kennedy stepping down or stepping out completely.
Well, she's going to still produce like the Starfighter and stuff. There's a couple of the projects that are in the works that she's going to kind of finish up on, and then I think,
and which Filoni is taking more of the creative role, and the other lady, whose name again I'll pop up on the screen here, she's more in like the finance.
And that makes sense to me to keep it separate. Yeah, I think that lady's been kind of doing that anyway a little bit. So so thoughts on Filoni being?
I see. I've been hearing a lot of opinions on him being like the lead creative guy. And I like a lot of the stuff he's brought to the table, but I'm also kind of nervous on his preferences that he has on the table, because I've heard a lot of reports that he straight up did not like Andor.
Yeah.
And he wasn't a big fan of how that series went and how it went. We really liked Andor, and there's a lot of people that really liked Andor, so now I'm almost worrying, are we going to lose that? You know what I mean?
And I love Andor, I just love it. Okay? I don't want all my Star Wars to be like that.
Yeah.
There is room, and I think for success, you have some shows or movie like Andor. You have some that are like Solo, where they're kind of lighthearted and fun, a space adventure. You have some that are more Empire Strikes Back. Yeah. Like, to me, there's room for, you need that variety. And if you just make them all,
they can't be all like same thematically.
But I liked his animation stuff. I really like the first couple seasons of Mandalorian. I really like, but he's been involved with some of the other ones too, where even though I like him, there's been some misses, and that might not all be on him either. It might higher up. Well, you got to do so. And it sounds like some of the stuff that I was kind of frustrated with Kathleen Kennedy on. Sounds like some of that too wasn't. It was from higher up. Yeah. Pressure from higher up too. So, but I mean, the main thing is I just want it to be successful and fun again. I want it to get its luster back again.
Where get its legs back underneath it and take off.
Because it's definitely I don't want to say damaged, but it's definitely a franchise that's gone 13 rounds right now, and it's staggering, and it needs a
little bit more juice.
It needs to like hulk up, and
I agree. So it'll be curious how from here on out he takes control of that and what comes of it. So
and then it's like you hear that his movie's like on the back burner, and it's like, what does that mean? Does this mean there's other ones coming out before his, or is like his just not? It's like, oh, it's over here now, because you got to tie up this stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you can't just let it hang. Like that.
You can't have Thrawn come back and then not do nothing with it. I mean, that's more.
Yeah, that's more just like, oh, he's out there now.
It's like, oh, yeah. And to me, they got. I love Thrawn. I love the idea of him coming back in, and invading the galaxy. But then you run into trouble if something that big is happening. you can't tell me Han, Luke, and Leia are just sitting off to... I realize it's a big galaxy. There's stuff going on everywhere else. Thrawn coming back and invading the galaxy again.
That's a big deal.
There ain't nothing bigger than that. You can't just have... Oh, they're off on Cloud City dealing with... There's a problem with the Tabana gas mines. And you know what I mean?
100%.
You can't.
They have to have some kind of appearance. Or you have to explain it away really good.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah. They've all got the flu.
Yeah, they're
sick. There was 2-1B. They can't come.
They caught the hyperspace flu. Jumping back and forth.
Luke's in the back of the tank in his diaper again. They're just
you cannot interrupt the healing process. They have to stay isolated. It's a whole thing. That would be.
You cut over to what was that planet that moon that Lando had won, and he was on at the end of the Solo movie.
I
can't remember.
I can't either, but yeah.
All this is going on with Thrawn, and they cut over to that planet, and there's Luke, Han, Leia, Lando, Chewie, just on the beach, sipping some drinks. Well, do you think them guys are taking care of Thrawn? They got it. Don't worry about it.
It would be even funnier is if they don't even know about it. Someone brings up okay, we gotta go. But actually, it's already taken care of. Well,
I keep getting these texts from Mon Mothma. Just silence it. They'll deal with it.
Yeah, it's all good.
You show the communicator, and she's like, "Contact me. Thrawn's back. Thrawn." And they're like.
Well, that's going to do it for today's episode. If you liked it, be sure to show us by liking down below. And while you're down there, why not leave a comment and join in on the conversation? And be sure to follow us on Instagram and Spotify to keep up to date on all our Scruffy posts. And until next time, may the Force be with you.